Hey, what's up, everybody? So the hot topic has been land. Land, as you can see here in the chat box, people are even starting to buy 8x8 land plots, which is just ridiculous because there are still 8x8 land plots available. I bet you I can go over to Tiger Spine or Archeum Iris and find an 8x8 land spot. Not like that, but with a little bit of work, I could find it. So you can make a lot of money selling land for the people that don't have it and are looking for land. I do recommend having your piece of land out and keep looking. So here's my 8x8 scarecrow. So I'm going to go do a quick demonstration here on how to find land in a server that supposedly all the land is taken. I haven't done this yet. I haven't scoured this little area. So this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be running around looking for that. So you can find an 8x8. Do not buy an 8x8 from anyone. It is a waste of money. If you do really want a specific location, don't pay more than like 25 gold or so for an 8x8. You can get 8x8s. I've come across 8x8s in the original servers in Taiyang, in this server, Enla. I've come across them. They are out there even in the prime non-PvP locations. So we are taking a look here at Villanella and the harbors and everywhere, and these are pretty much considered to be the absolute, ideal best spots, yada yada yada. So we're taking a look here, looking to see if there's any open plots where we could just throw down our 8x8 scarecrow, because this is a way to make money as well. If people are, shouting, they're willing to buy, we could go over to those two regions and actually look for a spot, put our scarecrow down, and then sell it to someone for 20 or 50 gold or whatever they're going to pay, and pick our scarecrow up and go to the next spot. 8x8 spots come up fairly frequently. They are very small and easy to place scarecrows in kind of different little corners. So it doesn't look like there's anything around here. We can definitely check all the little corners and all the nooks and crannies, because you may be able to get a scarecrow in there. So if you want a 16x16, which is the house size like this, there are a couple ways to do it. You don't necessarily have to pay outrageous prices, but you will have to purchase them from someone else. So you're going to want to shout in game, bring this up here. So there's a trade channel, and you go willing to buy 16x16 house or farm, PM location, and price. So you do not actually give a price. You let the seller tell you where it is, let them tell you the price, and then this is where you start negotiating. You think it over, you ask them to see it. You don't agree if you want to pay it or not, but you play a little game. If you really are into the market of actually buying a property, someone, you kind of waste their time in a sense. So they say, we'll sell you this house right here, and I'll sell it to you for 250 gold, or whatever amount of gold. So we'll just say 250. So I tell the person, well, can I see it? And so that will be your next response. They'll be like, okay, sure. So you come over here, you check it out, check the area out. You ask a couple questions, be like, do you know your neighbors? You make small talk, blah, blah, blah. And then you come around to it, well, 250 is a little steep. So after you've spent, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a certain amount of time, whatever you feel like is enough, looking at the spot, critiquing the spot, saying, oh, I don't really like it. And then so you are, in a sense, wasting the other person's time, but you're negotiating. So you're going to then come back with, well, can you do like 175? And you do want to do a lower offer. You don't want to be like, well, can you do 225? Because then the person will be like, yeah, sure. 175, they're probably not going to take it. But if they're at all serious about selling, they're going to come back with a counter. And especially since you've been there for about 5 or 10 minutes of their time, you've put some investment in there time-wise, and they're going to want to see some return on that investment. They're not going to just want to like waste 10 minutes of talking to you and chatting and negotiating and trying to sell you the house with them not actually, you know, closing the deal. So if you offer $175 to them for this plot of land, then they come back with you, well, no, that's too low. Well, I can do $225. So now you've already made them drop down the price to $225, and you still have room for more negotiation. And again, you can stall, think about it. Well, I don't know. One of the best tactics to use is, well, I don't know. I've only really got like 200 gold. Can we do it for 200 gold? Like, that's all I really have. Like, just straight up lie and be like, that's all I really have is 200 gold. Even if you have 5 billion gold or whatever amount of gold you have. Just straight up lie to them and be like, hey, I really only got 200 gold. And if you're like, well, why were you wasting my time, you know, when I told you the price was 250? Then you're like, well, I could potentially borrow money from some of my friends and I can get it real quick. And so, you know, right there, again, you're stalling, negotiating with them, and most likely they will drop it down, maybe not necessarily to 200, but to like, oh, fine, I can do 210. Or if they're like, no, 225 is the lowest, well, then you'd be like, hold on a second, let me talk to my friend. And so then you fake PM one of your friends, and you'd be like, well, my friend said he can give me 10 gold right now, so I can do 210. And now you're like, you're up to 210, and now it's like the guy's like, ah, and he'll probably take the 210. So you just saved yourself like 40 gold right there, rather than straight up buying it for 250. So that's how you can negotiate and bring down the price. A little bit of stalling goes a long way. A lot of questions, asking, checking out the neighborhood. Again, time is money, so that is a great way to negotiate that way when you've actually caught the person online. If you haven't actually caught the person online, and you just want to say possibly this spot, you want this spot for whatever reason, this is your favorite spot, you want it, you can click on the little F right here. You can see who owns it. So this guy owns it, called FLIP. So Flip. So Flip is the owner. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the mailbox and you're gonna write Flip a letter. You're also gonna potentially try to actually PM Flip. So whisper is /W, and then you type the name. Hey, are you online? And so invalid target, select the target. He's not online right now. So if he's not online, it says that select target, and you can't actually talk to him because he's not online. So you can now send him a letter. Go to the mailbox, and then you produce a letter. You write him a letter, be like, hey, I saw your property over here. Are you interested in selling it? I'm very, very interested in buying it. Please PM me or add me as friend. And you can send him a friend request as well. And if he responds to you, then there's a good chance that he will actually, you know, be in the market to sell. So again, here's the mailbox. Go over the mailbox, load up the mail. You have received, you have sent, and you have this compose right here. So we go in and we type Flip. So you need to make your title like Land in Vanilla Harbor. Something like that. And be like, hey, I saw your unconstructed house and was wondering if you wanted to sell your land. Please contact me ASAP, as if you sell it, then you don't have to pay your taxes. Exclamation points, little happy face. So things like that. What you're doing in that kind of letter is you're, you know, asking to buy the house. You're also trying to show him or her that you want to do them a favor. You want to, you know, help them with their taxes. So please contact me ASAP. If you sell it, then you don't have to pay your taxes. Exclamation points. You know, trying to emphasize that's a great point. I want to save you money. And then the happy face is, you know, showing that you're a nice, happy person. So you send that off. It costs 1 silver to send. You click the send there. So I'm actually not interested in the house. I'm not going to send that. But those are the ways to actually buy a house. So spamming works. Spam the chat channels. You have trade. So /trade. You have faction. Faction is seen by more people, but a lot of people do turn it off. And it also is this yellow color. Then you also have the nation chat /n. And you can see nation chat is a greenish dark color. That chat gets more, you know, more eyeballs, and less people have it turned off than they do the faction chat. Because faction chat gets spammed a lot. But you do want to advertise in all those avenues, and you will be able to find some people offering houses for sale. When you do find a house or a farm for sale, you want to try and get it as a completed house. Especially now on the servers, completing and building a house is not that expensive anymore. It costs like 30 to 50 gold. Completing a large scarecrow costs only like 10 gold. So you want to actually buy a completed property. That way the transaction can be secure. If you just buy the land plot like we saw with Flip there, he could potentially scam us because there's no secure way to actually trade the land. You have to actually use these appraisal certificates, and they come from the marketplace, as you can see here. They cost 300 credits, and you can only use them on completed houses and completed farms. So try and buy a completed house, completed farm. You're, you know, not going to get scammed that way. And if necessary, you can always let the person know that you will purchase and, you know, put up these appraisal certificates and, you know, trade them to them so that they can sell you the house securely. Or you can also buy them off the auction house as well and use gold just to buy them rather than credits. So those are the ways to get houses, and fairly soon we'll be talking about the great land rush that is going to happen in, you know, probably 2 to 4 weeks, maybe 2 to 6 weeks up here on Aurora. This will be open fairly soon. You can see the locations are already in here in the little mini maps. So these islands, or I don't know what they're exactly called, these regions will be open fairly soon. Within 2 to 6 weeks, I'm assuming, is XL Games' plan and Trian's plan. And you can plant a lot of houses up here. But the land rush will happen, and it's going to be gone like that. People are going to prepare for this and prep, and this is going to be a whole different video. We're going to teach you on how to actually grab land up here. This is a big PvP zone, so it is dangerous, but you want to get land as soon as possible. Again, this is the Land Rush 2.0, and we'll talk about that in another video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And again, do not purchase the 8x8s. You can find the 8x8s out there. So just, search, look around, have your 8x8 out, and you'll be able to see the, housing barriers, and you'll be able to squeeze it in different locations. If you want a specific location, you're going to have to buy that location. But again, be careful of buying land, because it's very, very scammy.